What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 57 of the Pentagon Challenge here with Vitoria, and today it's a big episode for us, guys. It's a big one. It's a biggie. Today is the Brazilian Cup final first leg. So since the last episode, I've played a number of games. There's actually not been as many as you may expect, and in that time we've had a fairly good run of form, it has to be said. So this episode I'm going to recap the cup run pretty, not in loads of detail, but just, review it, show the highlights, that kind of stuff. But just quickly talking about the league fixtures between these games, we got a 1-1 draw against Atletico Mineiro at home. Good little result for us. And then the other results have been a 1-1 draw against Fluminense and a 2-1 defeat to Internacional. Today, obviously, we play Corinthians in the Brazilian Cup final first leg, so that's going to be a tough one for us. But I'm really hoping the players can step up to the mark. So, I'm going to show the highlights for the Brazilian Cup this game. So we'll start off with the quarter-final leg, which was against Grêmio. And we actually lost the first leg 1-0. In this game, I'd set up really to counter-attack, and to be honest, we were outplayed. Neither team particularly kind of shone, and it was a pretty dull affair in all honesty. Alan Wellington did get man of the match for us, obviously. He's been the player of the season, to be honest. I'd be amazed if he doesn't get it, but he's been an absolute boss for us. And 1-0 kind of away did leave me with some hope that we could do the job at home when it came our way just 2 days later. And we did. We won 4-2, which was an absolutely insane result. And in this game, we actually took a 3-0 lead and then a 3-1 league. A 3-0 lead and then a 4-1 lead after just 38 minutes. And in the end, we held out for a 4-2 win on the night, which took us through 4-3 on aggregate. We outplayed Grêmio at home. Lacio really turned up and had a man-of-the-match performance. He's been superb this year, as always. I can't speak highly enough of this guy. 51 appearances now he's made. I mean, that gives you an idea of what the Brazil season's like. And I mean, if you look at club appearances, Alan Wellington's hit 70 appearances in all competitions this season, which shows how ridiculous the Brazil season is for fixture congestion. If you look at the squad as well, because of our depletingness, we've got a few greyed out players in the starting 11, and I really can't rotate the squad to get players match fit. So although they might want rests, I can't give players rests, unfortunately, and I'm not going to be able to give them rests until the start of December, because every day pretty much now and every week there's a game every 3 days, which it's part of the parcel, I suppose, when you go to Brazil, but it's one of these things which is a bit of a pain. Anyway, having got that kind of surprise win against Grêmio 4-3 on aggregate, we got drawn against Vasco, who are a second division side, so I had some hope going forward. That said, they are one of the big forces in Brazil. They were just a little bit unfortunate. I think it was last season when they went down, so it was going to be tough against them, it has to be said. And they did battle hard, but in the end we did come good. I think it was 5-3 on aggregate, but we won the first leg 3-2 at home, which was a big win for us. Kenneth Barbar getting a last 10-minute goal rather, to pull us back into it. Before that, it had been a very cagey and tight affair. In all honesty, we won against the run of play, but Lacio, as you can see, putting in another man-of-the-match performance. Superb stuff by him. And then looking at the second leg, we did win 2-1, which took us through 5-3 on aggregate, as I already said. Kenneth Barbar grabbing a brace. Again, they dominated, but we held firm at the back, and we worked from the back forward, and were able to see through and get the result. So I'm very much looking for that resistance today against Corinthians. It's going to be a tough, tight affair, it has to be said. They're a very good side in the league. I mean, they're third, and we are away in this first leg. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's game. So we go into today's game with Corinthians miles favourites. We're 10-1 against, which is never going to be easy. We've only won one game in the last 16 kind of appearances against them. Corinthians are going to be a very tough team for us to break down. I'm not even sure how I'm going to line up for today's game. I might mix things up a little bit and give them something to think about. But I don't really have the players to do so. That's the problem. The injuries that we've had have really kind of struck down and depleted the squad, it has to be said, and left me in a situation where it's going to be tough. I kind of feel like the best bet is just to not set up for the worst, but set up in a manner that means that we might grab something on the break, but in reality we're going to be settling and really focusing on I guess, defending. So I'm going to risk not having a real attacking man. I'm going to have Samba who plays centre attacking mid here, but I'm just going to be really lining up with a lot of defensive players and seeing if we can hit them on the break maybe. So not playing with any real out and out striker. This has worked in real life for a few teams that I've seen in the past. I think it wouldn't have been Leicester. There was a team in the Championship that set up like this. I think it might have been Sheffield Wednesday. They set up for a game without an out-and-out striker and instead 3 very pacey kind of creative players in the final third who were in midfield, but would just when they hit them on the break push up and try and get forward. So that's what we're going to try and do here. You know, we're going to take some experience from Sheffield Wednesday of all teams and see if we can do something here. Here in the Brazilian. The Brazilian Cup final, because I mean Sheffield Wednesday and Brazil, it really is the same difference. But no, getting men behind the ball, going to try and soak up some pressure, then maybe hit on the break. We'll just see how it goes. You know, against this kind of game, throughout this tournament, we've pulled off a number of upsets, and it's kind of about me doing the unexpected and trying something that's really going to catch people out. So we'll see what we can do here. Early on, they have a chance. What are the highlights set on? I should check that. Oh, okay, let's change that to key. Boom. Bob's your uncle. We're done. So the idea behind this tactic really is that we get men behind the ball. And then we have our 2 kind of wide men inside forwards who can cut inside when we're on the attack occasionally. But, you know, they're just going to hover out in the wings where there is a little bit of space behind the opposition wing backs, because Corinthians are lining up with kind of that 5 at the back with the 3 wing backs. So I'm hoping that our strikers can find the space behind the wing backs when they go on the attack. That's the thinking anyway. I say that as they hit the crossbar, but that is what we're going for here. Shout instructions, retain possession, clear ball to flanks. That's what we need to be doing. And we have an injury already. Samba's down. Fabio's going to come in. Fabio's a good player. He's a bit old, so he hasn't got kind of the mobility of some players in our team. But he's a very good player for us. He's created a number of chances. I'm actually going to remove retain possession and put on get ball forward. But, you know, we're trying to pump it out to the flanks. We're going to see if we can expose behind the space behind the wing-back Sheffield Wednesday style. Probably not going to work, but FM is all about experimenting, and the penalty has been given then. So Corinthians have a chance here to really open up an early lead against us. It's not going to be easy. Hopefully we can get a save here. I never get saves and penalties, of course. Why am I even asking that as if it could happen? It never happens. I'm such a sore loser when it comes to penalties. I'm a terrible human being for it, but one of those things. Corinthians take a 1-0 lead then, guys. 21 minutes in. Looking at the stats, they've been in control of the game. You know, they've created the chances. We're yet to do so. But, I don't know, we're not playing terribly at the moment, I suppose. That's what I'm taking from this game. And, you know, we've got space on the counter-attack for something like this. Maybe, if we can get the men into the box. That's the other problem. Got a chance here. Gabriel, the wing-back, gets the ball in. Baba's there, knocks it back. Lacio, bury that, come on. Draw the foul or get a goal. Just do one or the other. Bob hits the post. Ball comes into Neto's hands. But that's a good little sign for us. Good play. Unlucky with the chance in the end it hitting the post. But it shows that we could do something on the break here against Corinthians. And we're only 1-0 down at the break. So I'm going to tell the guys that was the first half. I'm pleased with how things are going. Keep it up. I believe there's a lot to come for you, and I believe you have what it takes. Pressure's off tonight. I want you to go out there and play your natural game. Good reactions by everyone. Let's see if we can have a good second half here. Let's see if we can weather this storm. A 1-0 kind of defeat wouldn't be a bad thing to take to home, because at home we really have performed well in this tournament. We've beaten the likes of Gremio 4-2 at home, so it would give me some faith going home that we can maybe get some from this game. But we do have to see out this game here. They've got a chance. Ball to back post. Gamara is there for them to bury that. He makes it 2-0. Poor defending by us in the grand scheme of things. The right wing back just losing his man there, and Gramera finding some space. Junior's interception could only go as far as him, and it actually fell lovelily, that isn't even a word, onto the left foot, and Gamma with a really sweet strike there. It's important now that we don't just rot. You know, we've got to kind of see out this game. We've got to defend well. If we concede now, it's going to be, you know, game over, you'd think, going forward, and we can't afford to concede another penalty. And as I say that, we concede another penalty. Oh dear. Avandro here with a chance to convert from the spot for Corinthians. It hits the post. No, it doesn't. The keeper saved it. Well, my keeper saved one, guys. That is me done. That's as good as a win in my books. If we could see out 2-0 down, maybe that penalty thing could be a turning point in this game. It's a good save, but now we have to weather the storm for 23 more minutes, get men behind the ball, defend for our lives, and see if we can get anything from it. I'm going to tell the wing-backs to switch to defend. We're going to switch to our traditional forward kind of lineup. And then I'm going to drop Fabio into centre mid, and we're just going to try and pump the ball up the box and see if we can get it to our forward men and maybe grab a goal in these last 20 minutes where we just need one chance, really. One goal would completely change the complexion of this game either way. If there wasn't a goal, I wouldn't say fancy my chances, but I'd be like, well, we've got an outside chance, but they're coming at us again here. We've got men in the box in abundance. We have to defend this. Ball drops, and Evandro's there to bury it. 3-0 down. Looks like that's going to be lights out for us in this game. I can't believe that. Obviously, this game is over 2 legs, as I've already said. The next episode will be the second leg, I think, unless we concede again, in which case I'll probably just rage quit and never ever show the final ever again. We're going to need one of the greatest comebacks of all time if we want anything from this game. At 3-0, 4-0, it really is game over here. We have to defend now. We have to. We have to defend and then maybe get a goal. I feel as if we're going to need at least a goal now to have a sniff of a chance. It's just a case of, can we do anything late on here? 15 minutes. It's been a very long game full of highlights, but not for the right reasons. As now they're on the attack. Luis there buries it for them. Corinthians have just absolutely outplayed us. They've showed the golfing class between us and them this year. They've shown what we've got to do in order to be kind of one of the top Brazil teams. Good little play by them. Ball inside Luis, tidy finish. And this is getting pretty painful for me to watch, I'm going to be honest. 5-0 would just be, tragic. Obviously, I don't think there's much point in me commentating the second leg of this. Probably be the end of season review in the next episode. There's not many league games left and stuff. I still don't know if we're finishing a runner-up in this, if Corinthians get the Champions League spot, if we get the spot, or if it goes to the team in 5th in the league. So that might be something to keep an eye out on. But I think our chances of continental qualification have gone in the league. And I just pissed off everyone. So our chances have gone of continental qualification through the league. So I don't know if we can get anything from that. Looking at the league, 3 games left. We are 6 points clear. 1 win would probably see us safe. So that's what we'll be aiming for. Next episode, as I said, will be the end of the season. I was hoping it would be the Brazilian Cup second leg, but that's not going to be happening, I don't think, guys. So, one of those things, 4 games left of the season. I'll join you guys shortly. Thank you for watching as always, guys. It's been me, Jack. This has been episode 57 of the Pentagon Challenge, and I will talk to you guys in just a bit. I'm out.